What you are about to witness will contain violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and may leave you doubting who you thought you were. Proceed at your own risk. Light lives here in a strange way. It exists, but it's difficult to locate the source. An emaciated figure hangs, strapped to strange belts and tubes, protruding from his arms and legs, a web of apparatus. His eyes are darting back and forth, his breathing ragged and heavy.
They can hear you.
Who's that? Is someone there?
No, they're not real. It's just a game. I've seen all this. It's gonna be just like last time. What do you think? No. They're not real, Titus. They're not real. No, it is. It's all just a dream. What if it's not? What if they could be real. What if it is? No. It's not. It's just more. They're magic. They just want to use you again. Until there's nothing. There was nothing. It was all mistake. It's not real. None of it. I hope it ends.
They can hear you. They're
Coming
for you. They never were.
They never were.
They can
Right. How much further?
We're about halfway at this point.
And you went all this way yourself?
Yeah.
I'm barely able to do it with help.
I must say, the scale of this place is rather deceptive. Halfway. Well, we'll get there soon enough, I guess.
No one said climbing a mountain would be easy, right?
Nope. Definitely not. How are you holding up there? I'm okay, yes. Drill instructor? How are you
Oh,
doing?
yes. Oh, I'm fine.
All right.
Peachy. Estrella, I've been meaning to ask, why have you climbed this precipice before?
Well, it's a pilgrimage, kind of, that folks make. A lot of personal things kind of come to light during it. I needed the extra guidance, I guess.
So, what sort of folk are you talking about here?
You know, all kinds of people, right? At least those who are lost enough to want to make that sort of a journey.
I see. Lost.
Yeah.
It's not really too much of a feeling that I can say I'm familiar with myself. Or with Jude here all the time with me. It's pretty hard.
So I suppose, will this be a pilgrimage for all of us then?
Well, we're all
I
feeling pretty
suppose so.
lost, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, are we all prepared then? I've got my sword. But, what awaits us up there? And I suppose, what links this place to that place beyond? Estrella, you had these visions. I only had the location, but how do these two things tie together? Do you have any idea, or are we just going in blind?
Well, I'm not sure how it ties in, really. But I know that the place is, known to be very magical in nature.
Right.
So that could be why. Maybe they're using Oracle as some sort of a threshold between the two places. Due to its intensity magic.
I see. And I
That's
guess
more
we'll
of an
find our
Eric
way.
question.
I imagine it's also rather hard to accidentally come across this place, so most likely a form of defense.
Right.
So we should keep an eye out.
Lear.
Oh, Raz, watch out.
Ooh, watch out
There's
for
a stick
what?
there.
Oh.
Here, can I ask you how you're feeling right now as you're climbing this mountain? And what do you see?
I mean, I spy. I see what you're doing, the narrator. I'm feeling good about this. I'm not entirely sure why. Ever since we went on this journey, embarking to this location that we divined, I've been trying to keep spirits for all of us, you know? You know, like, for a while, I think maybe perhaps we almost felt lost, at the beginning. Well, with betrayal and magic and that bastard of a mage, but right now I'm hopeful. Feel good. Feel strong. Capable. As for what I see things that I hope to change with all this. I'm fairly certain that years gone by, these mountains wouldn't have dead trees and shrubs and dust to lead us up to the summit. It would have been a lot more lush. Dry river beds and bones and all the like. But that's what we're here to change that? To change that. We're here to change that. As best we can.
Between you
Alright.
and me,
Mm-hmm.
were you lying when you said you've never been lost before?
Never been lost before. I suppose never been lost enough to go on a pilgrimage. I've been able to find my answers elsewhere.
Where?
Well, in Jude, of course. Who else? Whenever I, stray aside or feel overburdened by responsibility, by training, she'd always be there, My drill instructor. My North Star, my guiding light. Always.
Always. Thank you. Jude.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now? And tell me what you see as you climb this mountain.
I suppose I'm feeling at peace somehow. As we were talking about being lost, I was reminded of how lost I felt so recently, and that somehow seems to have faded slightly. Yeah, it's not as if I know exactly what to do, but perhaps I feel able to handle it in a way that I didn't before. As I'm climbing this mountain, I see Lear, and I feel an overwhelming wash of gratitude. It's not that I ever doubted him. I've never doubted him. Perhaps I thought he was too good for the world. But now I see that perhaps he is the one to pick us all up and meet him where he is. That's mainly what I'm focusing on. The mountain itself seems repetitive, but calming in its repetitiveness, like training. A simple physical action repeated over and over. That feels comforting. It's comforting to climb.
I'd ask you if you've ever felt lost, but I think we both know the answer to that. Raz, how are you feeling, and what do you see?
Not much has changed over the past 2 days we've been traveling. I've just been feeling a burning rage.
Still.
I've been Yes. Whenever I think it's dying down, whenever I'm about to let myself enjoy the company, I remember who is missing. And I need to fix that. I've been doing my best to hide it. I know the last thing they need is to worry about me and comforting me, but I can't change how I feel. I just plan on using that energy to making sure that the people responsible pay. Things responsible pay. And as far as what I see the consequences of my actions as I look out from the mountaintop. As I look out from the mountaintop at the dry desert land I caused.
Do you want to keep your rage? Are you using it like a tool?
Yes, I am. I want to keep that because that's all I feel, and if I lose that, I don't know if I'm able to keep going.
All right. And what does the mountain look like to you?
Dry, dead, void of life because I caused it to be. It's a reminder and a viewpoint to see what I did to the rest of them.
Is this mountain difficult for you to climb?
Yes.
Estrella?
I'm nervous. And I'm doing my best to hide it. I'm nervous to see Titus. I'm nervous that if we do see him, it'll be fake.
Fake in what way?
Well, you know how our images of him were so real? When we connected with him?
Yes.
Like that.
Who's to say that wasn't real?
Well, I mean, in that we weren't able to touch him or anything like that.
What if it was real and you were just being held back from touching him or interacting with him? How would that make you feel?
A little angry.
Yeah. Would you prefer it not be real?
For him not to be in that situation? Yeah. Yeah, I would. But I'm also nervous. That we aren't prepared enough. You know? This all seems a little bit above our heads at the moment, but there's that determination that everyone has, and it's enough to keep me going. I'm determined too, I guess.
Are you afraid of what he might be when you get there?
I think being nervous is fine, but if I go in there afraid, I'm only gonna psych myself out. So I'm pushing that to the side.
Okay.
There's no room for it.
Right. What does this mountain look like to you?
It's actually cold.
Yeah, is this the same as it was last time?
Yeah.
Were you expecting it to be different?
I don't know. I don't know what I was really expecting.
Hmm.
You know when you make your way to one place and you kind of just take it as it is for you in that moment? I just remembered Oracle as cold.
Hmm.
And so it was cold. And so it is cold.
Is it easier for you this time?
Well, I'm not alone. So yeah. Yeah, it is.
Question for both you and Raz, and Jude, I suppose. Have you thought about your encounter over the last 2 days at all?
She's talking about with me.
It's all I've been thinking about.
Ooh, me too.
Kind of have to.
Have to, why?
To be prepared, I guess.
For what?
For what indeed?
Jude?
I haven't really. Strange.
Strange indeed. Well, my interruptions are over. Please continue your hike up the mountain.
Okay. Are you sure this is the right path?
I'm positive.
All right. Phew. Okay.
Needs a rest.
No. I'm just being facetious.
Okay. Help me up.
All right.
I say
Thank
it
you.
probably takes you half day to another day probably to get to the top. But we may go there if you wish.
I mean,
We should.
I agree. We're not here to explore, after all.
Yes.
To the peak, then.
All right, what waits at the top of this mountain for you?
For me?
Yes.
Well, it's not as cold, which is strange, right? Because it's higher up.
Mm-hmm.
And how they were talking about how it was supposed to be lush and everything like that. This place, it looks like a garden where everything's kind of died a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been beautiful.
Oh,
There
that
are,
is a very
Oh.
sad thing to say about yourself.
there's some really beautiful stone structures. Big circle in the middle. Really intricately carved. And there are pillars. All stone. Very beautiful. And you can even see some of like the ivy that used to creep up it, dead and kind of falling off a little bit.
Mm.
That's what I see.
Thank you. Jude?
Hmm. Would I see something different?
I don't know. It's unique to everyone.
I think I just see an empty top of the mountain, how I'd imagine it to be up here.
Which is cold? Like, with elevation? Do you see snow?
It's cold, but I don't see snow. I see like dead little brushes almost, which I do think is weird because I guess I wouldn't imagine them to be on top of a mountain. Now that I think of it, I've never climbed one. I see the vista. I'm taken by what's around me. Beyond the mountain, I
Yes.
suppose.
And you see the state of din, the desiccation. Everything is barren and empty and dead.
I think it's easy to tell yourself that where you are is the only place it's happening.
Yeah.
I've never felt so small, and it feels good.
Lear?
What do I see here on the mountain?
Yes.
Well, funnily enough, it seems purpose-built. Like, over the course of a long time, people have, very subtly so, molded these small veins around the mountain. You know, footpaths. Very small, almost step-like areas here and there. To points that one might only think might have been a place for reflection, meditation. Another just winds around, kind of like in a 45-degree angle towards weather, I suppose. Never mind. However, in general, it just looks like I can tell why this is a place of pilgrimage. The floor, the ground here, the parts, they're so well worn.
Do you take a look out at Din?
I do. It gives me pause, but for a second. Because I already know my task, and there's no point, there's no time to dwell on that. We're here to fix that, at the very least. We're here to make it better. To make sense of it. To recover from it. To fight it. We're here for a reason.
Thank you. Raz?
I see the ruins of a temple.
Yes.
The walls have long since crumbled. How and why I cannot tell, but
You know
they
why.
barely stand. They barely stand. The front of this temple, that wall, is nothing but scattered bricks and stones on the ground now. So I can see into it. Yeah. And the only thing inside is a stone slab, perfectly circular, with very purposefully placed notches, almost like someone took a hammer and chisel and put indentations into it, almost like they were counting something.
What do you think they were counting?
the lives lost because of the desiccation.
How many notches do you think you see? Too many.
Too many.
Do you look out at Din or do you try to ignore it?
I don't look out at Din.
Yeah.
I stare at the slab.
Are you angry still? Or does something else slip in?
I'm guilty. The guilt slips in, but it mixes and merges with the anger, and now those 3 individuals I saw in that place between places are not the only ones that I'm angry with.
Hmm. Who else are you angry with?
Myself.
How do you expect to get to where you're trying to go?
I don't know. I hope there'd be a door here, some sign of a way of access, of entry. I hope there is. All I can do is search and look, and if I can't, I will make a way.
All right. So you begin looking around, searching for something in particular. Estrella, I think you saw something similar, did you not? This circular slab, though, is a crescent, is it not?
Yes.
And you took something from here last time, correct?
Yeah, there was a moon dial in the middle of the that circle. And on it there was this little charm, an oval, really pretty moonstone. I actually forgot about that. Crazy that you remember.
Go ahead and roll for me, everybody who's looking.
It must be a sigil or a door, something.
You may choose your observation, which is in your mind, or you may try something else. If you're using something else, just let me know.
I look in the general direction they are.
Oof.
But I see nothing.
All right, Estrella. That is a 19. That is a success. Jude, it's partial for you. I like the idea that you two have experienced something very unique together. And I think you might just kind of feel your linked presence, Jude. And maybe you're pretty aware of Estrella and her movements. But for some reason, you do notice as she recognizes something. And what is that, Estrella?
In all of the brush that's all dead, if you kick the dirt a little bit, there's a little trapdoor that leads deeper into the mountain.
Ooh. Okay, when you are looking for this, did you know this trapdoor would be here? And why do you say it leads deeper into the mountain? Just curious.
Well, it's a door and it's going somewhere, right? It's in the ground, so must
Do
be
you think
something down there.
The only way that that door can lead you to is somewhere physical, like inside a mountain? And not up? or sideways, or somewhere else entirely.
I guess Arafir did tell us to think of all the different possibilities, right?
He did, didn't he?
I don't know if I know exactly where it leads. I never opened it. I actually don't remember it being there last time.
Funny that.
And I scoured this entire place.
Are you going to open it? And do you point it out to the others?
I would have just naturally gravitated towards it and honestly found it by accident. But as soon as I find it and I kick the dirt to the side, everyone would hear a little bit of metal clang because my foot would hit into the little latch. Over here.
Oh. Point of order for the group. Did we hitch our Dalamirs at the base of the mountain, or are they here with us now at the spot?
I'd imagine we probably hitch them. Yes, I'd imagine we'd hitch them.
I
Right.
actually
Difficult
imagine
to
there
climb.
are hitching posts and not a traditional stable, but something that is covered, because this is a place of pilgrimage quite often. So yeah, there's probably places for you to do that at the base of the mountain.
Right. In which case, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just summoning my
Yep.
Dalamir and then hitching them. Well, I walk inside. How did I miss this? And I walk through once again, almost purpose-built pathways towards where they are, and I see what's before them, and this trap door. Or at least a hole. And I turn to Astrea and I say, so what part of the pilgrimage is this exactly? I saw prayer spots outside, but this is... what, for the priests?
This wasn't here last time.
What, someone dug?
I don't know. But it feels like Titus.
Narrator, I would like to... because the reason why we're here is because I tried to see if I could sense where he was. And Astrea has essentially just told me it feels like Titus.
Yes.
I would like to reflect on this somehow and see if I feel the same.
Okay.
If I still feel that energy that drew us here in the first place.
Yes, go ahead and roll.
Now that we're closer.
Go ahead and roll dying for me.
Okay. All right. I don't. And it's strange. But I mentioned a darkness before, how when I try and sense things through my dyne, it's not like strings interconnected and interwoven, and, you go from one to another like Razroths. It's more, how the sun hits your skin on a day, a warm day like today. It's like that. And when it goes behind cloud, you get cold. And it's almost as if, you're awash by not quite cold water, but similar. I feel a chill run down my spine, and I turn to Astrea and I say, if you say so. I think you have the lead on this one.
I can take the lead.
Are you sure? I draw my sword.
I draw mine.
Who is that?
That has to be Titus. That's Titus.
Are you sure?
Yes, I heard those screams.
That's him.
I rush forward and I put
I
up
put-
firm. hand
Could be a
on
trap.
Astrea's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Let me in.
Astrea. It sounds like him. You feel he's here. Are you sure?
I mean, I could be wrong. Do we have anything else?
I'm not asking if you could be wrong. I'm asking if you feel sure.
I do.
I reach down and open the latch.
I'll take point. I know there are three people that seem to be keeping Titus, so keep an eye out.
It's really heavy as I sort of pull this door open. But it doesn't make a sound.
No. Does that make you feel strange?
Uneasy.
Who's going through the door first?
I am.
All right.
I speak out to Razroth and I say be careful, this could be a trap.
I suppose you're right, but it could also be Titus down there.
Right. But in any case, there's no point you stepping on something and causing a dart to shoot you in the face or something. Cockamamie like that.
I'll be
Is there
wary.
a torch? Alright.
Go ahead and roll Dine as well as whatever you have in your body for resistance. Fortitude. So 2 rolls. You can do your general kind of athletics or body skill, or if you've got a specialized training, which I think you do. I think you have like my body as a weapon or something like that. You may use that as well.
Oh wait, is that me?
Yes, anybody who's going through this door, you're going to be making 2 rolls.
Okay. I have interpose, I guess is
Yeah.
the only one, or
Mhm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Partial.
All right.
And Dine, you said?
Yes, that is correct. Anything you have in there will be fine. All right, 41 and a 54, both of those are partials. So when you walk through this trapdoor, the first thing you're going to feel is compression on your lungs. It's hard to breathe. You get nauseous. Instant headache. It feels like you have sort of kind of flipped upside down and you're walking above yourself, and it feels very strange. And then you flip back over, and it's this constant turning and flipping as you're walking with each step. But you can kind of stave it off. Who's behind him?
I follow.
All right. Your rolls, please, milady.
And for Dine, are we able to use our particular,
You are. That is correct.
Very good.
Okay, so you feel the same things, but for some reason it doesn't bother you as much. Why is that? And you don't get a headache as well.
I mean, I guess I wasn't really expecting to get a headache, right? Or to
Right.
feel sick.
Right.
Maybe it's just ignorance.
I like that. You do, however, begin to hear some things and feel some uncomfortable feelings. Intrusive thoughts, probably. Maybe Titus was down there and maybe you were able to touch him. I mean, if you expected to be able to reach him, shouldn't you have been able to? By your own line of thinking just now, does that mean that you were not ready? That you just didn't want to save him? Probably things like that. And this will bother you with your failure of 81. Who's behind her?
I look to Jude. Can I take a step forward? How dark is it in this area? Because I don't like the idea of descending into darkness
There is
without
nothing.
knowing what's ahead of us.
Yeah, there's no light.
Then I pull out a torch and I light it and I go behind. And you want me to roll body and
Yes.
die?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's an 84 failure. Oh, and 74 failure. Wow, if that had been a 78, my God. Very close.
Right.
So both your physical constitution and your mental fortitude are going to be impacted here. You're going to feel sick. As you walk in, you feel the sensation of somehow you're kind of flipping up and down as you're walking, and you've got a bit of vertigo. And I think maybe you feel like you are walking on a beam, a very tight space, and you look to the side, and even though darkness has swallowed your torch and all light, it's almost like you know that next to you, if you were to make a wrong step, it descends forever into nothing, and you will fall forever.
Right.
I'd like to know what plagues you mentally, though.
What plagues me mentally,
That's
I
correct.
suppose. If anything, it would be the idea that if any of these physicalities afflicting me right now were to cause me to fail, what would it do to Jude? I can't fail her, I can't lose her. Fuck the kingdom. And if I can't hear those in front of me, I'm going to just stay where I am. And we've been trained for this before. Us two. In situations like this, if ever darkness befell us, and I just swing my left hand behind me, palm up,
Right.
and wait.
Jude?
Yes. I follow closely behind Lear.
Your rolls, please. Partial success for the body, and partial success for the mind. So I think you feel a little bit of these sensations, but they're not going to cause you to stumble or make you sick. You will not have quite a lasting headache like Lear, but it's still faintly there, like kind of the birth of a migraine, you know, where you know in a couple of hours it's probably going to split your head open. And what thoughts are with you right now?
It's not as if I think this is a good idea. I think I'm a little bit uneasy about the fact that I don't see any other way forward than what we're currently doing. And that's frightening, that this is the seemingly only way for us to move forward in a direction that I still don't fully comprehend. I do still feel quite out of my depth because in reality my entire being is just to make or protect Lear while he's king. And I thought that that would be a pretty simple task. I think I'm also a little bit afraid at myself because I'm doing these things.
I can hear
And I'm able to do them. I'm not down on my knees. I'm not overwhelmed beyond all reason. I am moving forward. And it's so far beyond anything I could have anticipated. But I'm still doing it. I suppose is that just how we all are? We just keep moving forward through these things? I just need to keep Lear safe.
Hello? Hello?
Do I see everyone?
Is that you?
Y'all are in darkness, and I don't think you can feel each other. Like, you know how when you're standing in a room and you can feel the presence behind you physically, you know that they're there? You don't feel that, yet you know that you are not alone, and you know everyone is here with you, but you cannot feel them. It's a very strange, foreign feeling.
My palm remains up behind me. I'm facing ahead, hoping that in this darkness she might be able to reach out.
You may roll for me, Jude. Actually,
Yes.
Lear also, please. Dine for both of you.
Dine.
Holy shit! You don't even need to roll, Jude. Oh, you did roll. Okay, well, that's 22. Doubles success.
Okay.
You two can feel each other's presence now. And in fact, you can see the outline of each other's silhouette in this darkness somehow. You shouldn't be able to. There is no light here.
Okay. Am I able to reach for him? Can I
Yes,
feel
absolutely.
him?
You can feel
physically?
him. You can reach for him. Absolutely.
I will grab his hand. Yes.
All right.
I would even go so far as to say, like, you can... I mean, Lear, what was your intention here? To comfort her?
This is training. I mean, this is what we've been trained to do in darkness. Just in case she wasn't able to see me or vice versa. It's there. I'm lying. I need her. And if she reaches out to my hand, I'm going to grab as hard as I can. And shake.
As in tremble?
Yes.
I have you.
As I do you. What do we see in this dim outline?
Shit, you rolled a 22. I think you see everything now. Oh my, 22 as well. Okay, Lear, you will see string, I think, for you. And it's leading. It's like it's a cat in the cradle game where one is overlapping the other, and you follow one thread, and then suddenly you see all of the others. And there are so many. You can walk through them if you like. But then I think that you see Titus in the distance, hanging in one of these, but it looks like somehow he's also being hung up by something that isn't these. I want to be clear, he's not hanging from these threads that you're seeing, but it does look like he is hanging in a web. Now, I think if you look... Yes, go ahead.
Like some sort of torture device or execution method.
Yes, yes. And I think you will, if you look for longer than a second, which I'm assuming that you do, you will start to see the apparatus coming out of his arms and legs. He looks underfed, pale. His eyes are covered, and he's kind of slowly swaying. And I think you hear a slow sway and tone now, and maybe even a beat. It can be a drum or a door, whatever you interpret that to be. Now, if you follow these strings and you turn your eyes away from Titus for a second, and I know you don't know who that is, but you do in this moment. You go, this is the person we are looking for. Because of your role, your instinct will give that to you however you want to interpret that, however that came to you, whether it was a feeling or just knowledge or maybe light even, however. But if you look away from him for a moment, you will see other things in the distance. You will see something from your childhood, far, far in the distance. Something that you felt really shameful about. You see that? You also see someone sitting at a desk, but the desk is strange. It's not like a desk you've really seen before. Its legs are mechanical. And this person is dressed in a way you've never seen before. Their shoes are white and small and form-fitting, and it looks like they're wearing some strange material on their legs, but it's tight to the legs. It's just so foreign to you, I think. And something is dangling from their ears, very long. And they turn and they look at you, but they don't see you. It's like they felt your presence.
I keep my eyes trained on them. In my periphery, do I not see the other two? Are they not here? Are they gone?
No, you may see them. You rolled a 22. You see everything.
I see.
Do you want this person to see you?
No,
Okay.
but I want the other two to see me.
Then they do. I will
Where?
grant you 2 more things with this 22. What would you like them to be, or would you like to bank them for the remainder of the scene?
I would like for this scene to use one of those to safely make my way towards Razroth and Estrella.
Okay.
I would then like to bank
The remainder.
the last one.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Please continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
see
here.
you. Estrella?
Do we see each other?
Yes. He like wanted you to see. Basically, No, actually, I'm not gonna divulge that. Continue. Everyone can see everyone. And I think, in fact, if he allows it, you will see Titus as well. In the distance if he points it out. But until then, you don't see it. But he has to reveal it to you.
I pointed out. Slowly. Slowly.
Titus.
And okay. There's one other person here with us. I'm not sure if he's real or not, as I seem to be seeing other things as well.
What are you
But-
seeing?
The past, apparently. More shame to stack on shame, but enough of that. But there is a man there. He turned to see me, but he did not, and turned back. And I then describe his appearance to them, as best I can. Which, given the circumstances, might not be that great, but
Do I recognize you? Have I heard of or seen this person before from this description?
No. I think it's very... same for Lear. It's very foreign looking to you. You've not seen anything like it. The clothes, Even the hair is strange. And the way they are moving or standing and kind of even glancing, like everything just seems so strange to you, alien.
I do have one question, though, about the man and the area he is in. Does it look like he is responsible for what is happening to
No.
Titus right now?
No. I don't think so. I mean, I guess that's up to you, but no, it's farther away. And they seem to be doing something, focused on something. They've got a book open in front of them. They could either be reading or writing in it. The book looks strange as well. It's thin. It's got a colorful cover.
I point him out in the same way I pointed out Titus.
The rest of you may see it now.
They're not one of the people I saw.
Mm-mm.
We should keep going. We should get closer to Titus and keep an eye on that person as well. We don't know why they're here.
Right.
They could be an obstacle.
Well, if you can see what I can see, then lead the way. And we'll have your back as before.
Thank you. And I'll keep heading forward now that I see Titus taking any paths.
This way, this way, this way, this way. Hurry, 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 hurry. Come quickly. I didn't think you were coming back.
Estrella, do you hear that?
Of course she does.
I nod.
Whatever that is,
They can hear you. You better hurry.
I hurry.
I follow.
I turn to Jude. What should we do?
You want to follow them?
If that's the right thing to do, I turn back to their friend in the web. What do you think is right?
I fear that if we separate, we will not find them again.
Then we follow.
All right.
So we both follow after her.
Perfect. I think you will also hear the distorted sounds of a Dalamir in this space. The closer you get. And it's like you take 3 or 4 steps, expecting this, based on its distance, to take a while. But then you're there and you don't remember walking the distance. It's like you start with the intention, and then you're just there. He's before you. And this
The
barrier that you've seen before, not the Dalamir, Titus, all of you. And now that you are close, right in front of him, that barrier, Estrella, that you saw before with the sigil all over it, is still in front of you, blocking your path. And he is hanging there from these instruments and these strange leather iron belts. This very crude web of instruments.
Looking at the barrier itself, does it appear that there are any sort of faults in it?
No, it looks like magical netting and it might be a little translucent. So it looks clear, maybe like you could go through it. You know it's there because you remember seeing it last time. And if you move, you can kind of see it as if light somewhere is catching it. But it's hard to determine the source.
You see the barrier?
Yes, I see it. It was there last time. I couldn't reach him.
We think we need to take this down?
I think we can. Okay. First, I want to see if I can do something.
Okay.
I close my eyes the way I do when I plan on finding or following threads, and I want to see if I can find the source of this barrier, who's placed it here,
Ooh, okay.
who left their signature here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me. That'll be Dine. You may have a +10 shift from Lear's doubles. Holy shit.
Success.
Okay, you want to find them? Or you want to know who it is?
I want to find them. I need to confirm whether or not they are here with us.
They are here
somewhere
with you.
in this.
I don't think... How do I explain this? Simply, I suppose. They're not in a physical space. They're not standing in front of you or behind you. It's almost like they're on top of you. They are here. Their presence is with you. But they don't... It's not like you cannot find them because I'm not allowing you to. It's because they are not physically present in this space, but they are here somehow. And you are aware of this. And they are aware of you.
Okay. That thread that I saw the end point of, I want to memorize it. I want to remember where it leads to, who it leads to.
Okay.
And just keep that stored away.
Okay. I will actually allow you to do this, but the way that you need to do this is you need to leave your own mark behind so that you can find this again. So if you look at the thread, you may touch the thread with the intention to leave a mark on it so that you may find it again in the future. But you are leaving your own sigil, your own mark behind.
Again, my eyes are still closed, but I see all of this still. The thread leading from the sigil to the caster.
Mm-hmm.
And I reach out, not in the physical or whatever plane or realm we're in right now, but I reach out and grab onto the thread and squeeze tight and cut myself, at least in this plane, and leave behind my part of myself so I can find it and easily locate it.
Okay. All right. Then what we experience is, I guess as you drag your bloody finger, I think you're feeling this blood. You've cut yourself, but you're not actually bleeding here in this space. But I think because this is what you would imagine is supposed to happen when you cut your finger, I think you see blood. Okay, but nobody else looking at him can see that he has done this. Unless you know, Estrella might see blood, because Estrella might have seen him do magic like this before and knows what to expect. And so her mind, like our eyes, fill in the blanks for the things that we cannot see. So it might just be doing that for you. But anybody else, you probably don't see any blood. It just looks like he's running his finger over the string. But you will all see his sigil light up in front of you. And I will put that in the Discord for you, or you can take a look at the stream. This is what it looks like. It lights up before you. And you all know this is his. And you have been seen. Now what?
The caster of this sigil, whoever placed it here, the one keeping us from Titus.
Yes. Would you like to see that
He is
sigil
here.
again as well?
I would, yes.
There you go.
The caster is here. In a way, the place we are isn't a place, but they're here. So we need to be quick.
I can help you. I can help you. I can help you. I can help you. Just ask me.
Why? I asked for your help before.
Yes,
You said you were just an observer.
I am normally. But this is interesting. I've never seen this before. Do you want my help or not?
What do you want in return?
Nothing yet.
I have no intention of making a deal that I don't know the outcome of.
That's just existence. You never know the outcome. You already made that deal. This is just the second one. Oh, come on. Aren't you brave? Didn't you tell me you could handle anything?
I'm going to place my hand, if I can, on this barrier. Do I feel something solid?
You do. I think it also maybe kind of burns a little when you touch it. And then also, I think it feels like, this is super gross, but it feels like you've maybe put your hands on some sort of hive of insects. So you can kind of feel like the movement underneath your hand.
I'm not going to be able to get through this on my own.
I know you're not real. We don't have to do
Titus.
this again.
I can hear you.
I'm so tired of this game. I know it's a game. Just please. You're not real. They're not real. They're not.
I need your help, please.
That's what you said last time too, Razra.
Titus, we're here. We're here for you, Titus. We're here.
I wish that were true.
What did he mean by that?
That's a good question. Can you hear me?
No.
Damn it.
Who is this?
I go by many names. I can help you right now if you like. What's your name?
Not today.
How rude.
Sorry.
Estrella, I want to know what's going through your mind as you see Titus and he is speaking.
I'm a little shell-shocked.
Yeah.
He's saying it's not real, but he's right there in front of us and he's talking to us.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that not real? And what does he mean by last time?
Great question.
What is all of this?
This barrier still stands between you and him.
I reach up and I put my hand on it, and I will for it to dissipate.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I do the same.
Ooh, at the same time. I believe so. Why don't you both go ahead and roll, or one of you can roll and have a plus 20. It's up to you.
Russ, you roll.
And I want to use this anger that I've had, this burning rage, to fight and fuel.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll. Add an extra 10. You won't be able to on the sheet, but mentally, let's just remember you have basically a plus 30 shift.
Okay.
Lear, now would be a good time to use your,
Oh, you bet.
Success.
yeah. Oh my god! What? Is that our first one all game? I think it is. Oh my god! It's a 1. It's a critical success. Okay. Describe what happens as you break down this barrier. Or it is removed. Like, how is it... How?
The moment Estrella places her hand on the barrier as well, I've been trying to keep my composure this entire trip, and seeing Titus here, seeing the man that would always force me to eat, the man who always had a bottomless pouch of food on him, so malnourished, just hanging there, suffering. I reach back and, under my breath, I tell Skyfather, I tell the Observer to watch closely. I do not let anything get in my way. And I reach back and I punch through this barrier with just my whole body, everything within me, and within my fist as much rage and magic and whatever. I undo this sigil.
It is done. What have you done? How? I do not understand. I've never seen anything like this before. Who are you? What are you?
I've told you already. I'm the Sun Eater. And if you dare touch Estrella, like these people have taken Titus from me, you will be in the other end of this.
I bow to you, Sun Eater. I hope we meet again.
You better hope we don't.
As you wish.
And I'm going to look to Estrella. Titus.
Titus! And we'd see the barrier from where he punched inward start dissolving
Yes.
all around. And I'd rush forward.
I follow behind him with a kit, medical supplies, whatever
Help me get him
is
down.
necessary. Of course.
Help me get him down. Titus!
Maybe you are real.
Titus! Help me get him down!
I'm gonna rush over and anywhere I can find where these...
You
leather
rolled a
ropes.
critical success on the barrier, but that applies for this entire space. This entire space is now in your domain, Sun Eater. If you wish the apparatus to be gone, it will be gone.
I want it off of Titus
It is gone,
by my feet.
and Titus falls to the floor.
Titus. I rush down to Titus's side and rest his head on my lap. Titus.
Get that off from over his eyes.
Yes. Okay. I remove the blindfold, Titus.
I kneel down next to them.
Titus.
I didn't think I'd ever see you again. As long as we're together, right?
Food. Does anyone have food? Water.
Yes.
I have supplies.
Give me a canteen.
Of course, take it,
I'm
take it.
gonna wipe him down. And I take it
drink.
and I pour a little into part of the fabric from my shirt, and I rip it, and then I give Razroth the canteen to start giving him water, and I start wiping all the
drink.
sweat off of him, pulling him down.
I'm so sorry, Titus. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Stop.
It's my fault. It's my fault, Titus. Please drink. Please.
I inspect him for wounds.
I was just gonna ask you if you're gonna heal him.
I am.
All right. He has been tortured. It's very clear. He has marks all up and down his arms and legs where the apparatus has been removed and placed back inside. His skin has been scraped in places. Samples taken. Chunks have been removed from his flesh. He looks emaciated and tired. And you may roll to heal him if you wish.
Okay. And what would I be rolling for this heal?
Dine. If you're using
Dine.
magic, that's what you may roll.
I would like to use that last boon finally,
Yes.
just to make sure.
Okay. You will also have a plus 30 shift because
Okay.
of the space that you are in. Oh my god. 28. What does it look like?
All right. So, after he has his water, I'm going to put my hand to the back of his head and rest him down, lay him down gently. I make sure he looks at me to make sure he is at ease, at peace as I do this. I draw my sword and I then place it on his chest, similar to almost like a burial ritual that you might see like from other civilizations, perhaps, you know, just arms up, sword down. And then I place both hands on the sword as they're on his chest. And you'll notice that the runes that are on the sword towards the base start to light up. Each, but not all, of the engraved runes start to glow. And as each one does, you start to see areas of fatigue, areas of destruction, torture on his body start to dissipate. It's not quite reverse stop motion, it's almost as if you blink and what used to be is now not. And it continues this way until he is whole, at least in body. And I take the sword from him, and it looks like I do, and it's just a little bit heavier as I sheath it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. Don't thank me yet. Let's get out of here first.
Yes, Titus, can you stand?
I don't know. I can try.
It's fine. It's fine.
We'll try slowly. Okay, you take
Alright.
one arm, I'll take the other.
Yes.
Come on, Titus.
Seems you guys made some neat friends, huh?
Yes. Once we're out of here, we'll explain. I'm so sorry.
For what?
Having you hung. My mistake, having you hung and having you snatched from by whoever is responsible for this. I'm sorry.
We all made choices, Raz. You're not the only one.
Come. Let's leave.
I look back at Lear. And you can tell that I feel like I owe you my life.
I look back and I give somewhat of a half smile. And I nod. Then I cock my head towards Jude.
I'm standing here. I feel like I really want to give these three their space, but my hand is on Lear's shoulder. It's firm. I'm looking at Titus. And I want him to see me. But I don't want to interfere with what's happening.
All of you head out. I'll follow.
Should we not leave together?
Trust me, I'll follow. I feel I have more control of this space than I did moments ago. I won't be far behind.
If you're certain. I walk over and I look at Estrella and I wrap my arm around Titus to help her carry him out.
Then I lead the way, with my sword out.
As they move away, as they pass the point where the barrier once was, I again am going to close my eyes, and sooner than even I expected, I'm going to reach out for that thread that I marked, the one attached to the cast of this sigil eye. Undone. And I'm going to pull the string, pull the thread, and force this person in front of me. Their throat in my grasp, and I'm squeezing. I don't even know if I can make out their face. My vision is clouded by tears of relief, anger, just everything, but I squeeze. And through the tears, I stare at them and tell them, if you ever touch anyone that I love, I will break every single bone in your body and sunder your very soul. I will consume you. And I'll push them. And with this control of the space I have as I push them, before they can react, I'm going to force them back to wherever they were before I pulled them here. And let out a sigh and follow.
Are you alright? I'm looking at Estrella as we're carrying Titus. Are you both alright? Do we need to go
not?
slower?
No.
Titus?
Farther away the better.
Okay.
Did it work?
Did what work?
My magic. You're alive, so I'm guessing it worked. I'm glad for that. You didn't feel it, right?
No.
Good.
When we clear through that doorway and we get back to what was that dead garden to me, it all starts kind of turning green again. And the vines on the pillars start to expand.
Okay. Looks like we're almost there. Come on then. We've made it. Well, at least it's one battle.
Let's get him sat down somewhere.
Yes,
Okay. Over
I
here.
will. Yes. Just lower him down. And then I will look at the both of them, nod, and then turn to walk in the direction of Lear to give them some space.
What?
You're the instructor.
What's her name?
Jude.
It's a nice name.
And that is Lear. Over there.
I've seen them before. This wasn't the first time that you all rescued me. This was the 11th. Sometimes it was you, sometimes it was Raz, sometimes it was Lear and Jude. I didn't know their names, but they never broke the barrier. It was always they got through it or something different.
How? I don't remember any of that. How? How did I remember that?
I don't think it was real. Just some game.
I lean in and I hold him tightly. Okay, this is real. Okay. And you're safe. And they're not gonna get you ever again, okay? Never.
I really hope you're real. I really hope so. I tap into her mind for a split second.
If you are the real Rhea, I believe in you.
And I embrace her tightly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Rhea. I thought things would go better. I didn't know it'd be like this. It looked different. A lot different.
We can talk about all of that when we get you some rest and when Raz is here, okay? Okay? I love you so much. And I lean back and I take his face and I kiss him.
I awkwardly pull back. I think there's something I need to tell you.
What?
When Raz did what he did, I knew about it and I told you. And I kept meditating and I kept trying to see into the beyond, and when you look into the future, it's kind of like dreaming, but violent, quick, impulsive. I knew that if I didn't make you think that there was more than platonic bond between us, then you might not survive. The magic might work. I don't know. You're my best friend, Rhea. And I would do anything to prevent losing that. And I knew if I didn't tell you I loved you, then you might die, or it just might not work. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you're okay.
Serious.
Hello.
Serious.
I think Brad is gonna stay far away. You can come on, Brad, if you want for shoutouts. We weren't sure if he was gonna be in the episode or not. Yay! Okay. Shout out. I feel so badly because he was like, you know, do I need to be here on the call? And I was like, you could just be in another room because I know it's like 38 degrees and I'll ping you if it seems like they're going to need you or you're going to be in there. And he was like, no,
I've been
no,
having
no.
a great time. I've been sitting here drinking, watching this thing behind the scenes. And it's been great.
Good shit. Okay, let's do some shout outs.
Trying not to teleport in and be like, don't save him, he's a bastard. You thought I was a bastard?
I'll kill myself.
That fucking reveal, Johnny, that reveal, he's had that since day one.
Seriously?
Since day one, that first audio recording, he was like, I think I would like it to be this. This is the truth. And I was like, holy shit, dude. If they ever find out.
What a horrible way to find it. What a horrible
I
way.
know.
Like, I just saved your life.
Yeah.
I finally have the opportunity to tell you I love you too. And then just...
Yeah.
What a moment to choose to do it too.
I
Jesus.
know.
Right? We haven't even gotten back home yet. We're still right outside where we got you.
Yeah.
We could just kick you back down the door. Like,
Yeah,
that
we're
wasn't
like,
really good planning.
I'll accept that.
back
That's fair.
downstairs.
That's fair.
It's very, very, very good. Okay, shout outs. Who's going first?
Me.
Okay.
Hi everybody, my name's Brad. I'm an extremely important part of the show and this episode in particular. Just want to make the announcement, we have a brand new show coming up. It's called The 100, which was a show on the CW. It's a spin-off. It's a spin-off of The 100 from the CW. When is it on, PB?
25th.
Thank
don't
you.
wanna mess it up.
25th. I also did not want to mess it up.
25th, at what
Dragged to
time?
the fucking rescue.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Eastern.
You guys now have my job here.
I only know
My job
because a
is
good
tough.
friend of mine is playing in it, Stella. They're great. I cannot wait to see them play.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Faye's also in it. Faye's turn.
Faye's cool too. Yeah, I get Faye's great. But Faye. I mean, I think it's Stella's first time on Table Story. Is
It
why I
is.
pointed it
It
out
is,
specifically. So.
It is, yeah, that's true, yeah. So yeah, new show on Table Story. Watch that. Don't worry about anything that I have to say.
Thank you.
Faye's turn.
Hey.
Faye's in it. You like
Hi.
Faye?
Hello, my emotions. Yeah, I'm Phelan. I do RP stuff on my stream, but I also play other stuff too. I'm on Rhyme and the Frost Maiden on Fridays, and I'm also gonna be on Under Club as well next week. So I'm very excited for that. But if you want to find me, I'm just Phelan on Twitch and Twitter. Nice and easy. It's the same exact tag. But I played Estrella today, and I hope you go follow all these wonderful humans. Go sub to Table Story, sub to their Patreon and stuff. Do the thing. Do the thing. I'm gonna pick Johnny because he picked me.
Emotional damage.
Faye, I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry. We, as PB said, that since we did that emotional damage recording, I just sat there on it forever. And PB was like, "You can't tell anyone forever." And I was like, "This has been eating me up inside for about 2 months." And I'm like, the sooner I can get this out of my system, the better, so I can quit holding this secret. And
Which I'm sure is how he would feel as well. But I mean, the
Yeah.
reason why I said that obviously is because Faye would want to have that bomb dropped live, right? So
Yeah.
you had to suffer for however 11 weeks. 12 weeks, technically, I think. But yes, sorry. Please continue your shout out.
You're fine. Hi, I'm Johnny Blams. I played Titus the Heartbreaker today. I also do the RP stuffs. You can find me on the things at twitch.tv/Johnny Blams and on the Twitters. Big shout out to this cast and to our awesome narrator. I think that everybody in the show just brings this like free form energy that just allows you to full send whatever you're feeling or whatever your character would do, and you don't get that everywhere. So like this show is great. I love these people. Go review the podcast on Apple. I'm gonna go throw it over to someone I love. It's Meyer. He's somewhere under.
Hello, my name is Meyer, and I played Lear today. I have to say, Never has a ship sunk so spectacularly that even the fucking Titanic is not big enough of a metaphor. Like, nah. That was amazing. That was really
the
cool.
Group chat, the private group chat too, is just exploding as the reveal was happening. They were like, "Wait, what? What's happening?"
Oh my
On the plus
god.
side, they are both single now. So
That's very true. Right. But yeah, what a great episode. Always, I love it. I mean, like, I would talk about it, but you just seen it. So instead, I'll just say you can find me at twitch.tv/BradWoto. I just played Sekiro. I'm just so good at that game. And I'm also doing TikTok now at Brad Random. So follow those things and you'll see more content.
What's your
from
Twitter?
me?
Because it's a different handle.
Buff Woto. I know me.
Get fucked, Brad. All right,
well, you
who's
can
next?
follow me at Maya_test for
on
some
Twitter.
reason. So, yeah, if you want to go and follow me there or twitch.tv/Maya.
And that's me.
Who's
That's
next?
him.
Marcos.
Oh, geez. I think my response is always, oh, geez. I'm really, honestly, today was amazing. I'm really glad that Johnny was finally able to get that off his chest. I'm sure it was really, a lot of suffering for him over the last 2 months, just really probably Estrella's fine, but I'm glad that he was able to get that out, Just kidding. I'm so upset.
She ain't though.
No, I mean,
I'm so upset.
I honestly am not surprised she didn't. I thought she was just gonna kill him. Could you imagine?
Dude, she like her
Estrella
face.
takes her daggers and puts them into his lungs.
Yeah, she did such a good job of like her face, and then being like, "Well, I'm glad you're okay."
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck,
to be
man.
fair, I am obviously it sucks, but he's allowed to not be in love with her. That's just how that goes. So
She lied.
I mean, I'll be honest. The reason why I'm angry is that he lied about being like, it's fine, whatever. You don't love her, whatever. Razroth, if he finds out. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
yeah, you're about to find out how you're gonna bow to the Sun Eater, bitch.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. So good. Drac.
Wait, well, you
me?
can
Okay.
find Mergles at twitch.tv/Mergles. She's an animator professionally, and she's making a film from scratch, all her own. Please go watch her. Okay, Drac, you're up.
Hi, I'm Jack or Draconics. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics. It's DRAKONIQES. I'll be honest, I've been running so many emotions. I think I made myself sick. I feel very nauseous right now.
Oh, wow. It could also be the heat.
That's
very
probably,
true.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's probably also related to it.
I rolled a 1 though. That's
Yeah.
insane.
That was
think
the most metal shit. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
What a time to do
that was oh my god.
I think I was the first one to not roll, but in Midsummer Mysteries, I was the first one to pick a fate card as well. I think.
Yeah. It's just nuts.
Sad is right. Yeah. Great.
You just
story
literally
wise as well.
are a god, I guess.
Dude, yeah, and the way that you role-played it as well was amazing. Just so you know, the only way you could have seen anything other than darkness was that role. So, that's insane to me.
What about punching the thing?
Yeah.
Plus ultra style.
That's what I
Also, by
mean. That's
way,
the only way you would have been
Drac,
able to do that or do anything like that.
I know. I know it's probably not an appropriate time, but when are we going to the casino? Because just whenever I'm free, whenever you just let me know.
Cool. I'll hit you up after this. Yeah. It's probably not a great time now because I don't want other people showing up. Just my luck.
Black sponges.
But I'm in a bunch of different things. On Mondays, I'm over on the Lady Mace channel in our Doctor Who campaign, The Many Hearts Project, that happens at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm here on Tuesdays. On Friday, I'm going to be in a one-shot over on Stella Luna's channel, speaking of Stella Luna, at 9 p.m. Eastern in a campaign, in a one-shot called Never Them Something. It's basically a homebrew indie game where you're set in a magical world set based on, I believe, Filipino mythology and pre-colonialism. It's going to be very fun. I'm going to be playing a very different character to Razaroth, so you won't be seeing a repetition of the Sun Eater there.
More natural ones.
just all nat ones, yeah, just constant fails. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I can't believe I rolled a 1.
I can't believe it either. Amazing. And even though she's not here, where is she? Over here. Even though she's not here, please go follow Leah. Right there. She'll be back next week.
Currently in travel hell.
Yep, that's right.
Stuck on the old Euro.
I can't believe it, especially in this heat. I can't imagine.
Can we
being
also
stuck.
just point out how extra PB went this week?
Yeah.
With the animating the things that come up on the screen and
the sigils,
the video and the effort and how annoying it is. If this isn't actually a compliment, it's actually.
And remembering.
No, okay, all right.
So much effort as well.
So we got a new show. I'm gonna play a trailer, and I love you all so much, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye.
I love PB so much. You know how much we love PB. She's.
Even though I cannot be with you, I will be observing all